Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So, in today's video, we're doing our weekly tarot card reading for the week of February 22nd through the 28th, 2026. And this is for all the air signs. So, that would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So, let's see what's going on for all the air signs out there for this upcoming week. And thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate you if you're a subscriber to the channel. If you're not a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button so that you get future videos I put out. I appreciate you all supporting the channel. And thank you for, all this support. I just appreciate it. And as always, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because it might resonate with you, it might not. I have a lot of air in my chart, so these air signs usually resonate with me. Pretty much everyone does. So it's just interesting how that works. So, like I said, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. And please hit that like button, because when you hit the like button, it sends it out to more people that need to see this information. More air signs will get this video. So YouTube, with the computer programming, it'll send it out to more people. So please hit that like button. So let's see what's going on for this upcoming week. It's hard to believe it's like we're getting to the end of the month already. I feel like we just, the year just started. So the calendar year, we know it's not the real new year, but I feel like it's just flown by so far. So let's see what's going on. All right. What is the energy for the air signs for the week of February 22nd through 28th, 2026? Ooh, I'm having a tough time shuffling these cards, air signs. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, so we've got the Strength card, King of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Swords. Move the microphone a little bit here. Okay, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. We got a good bit of pentacle energy here. Ace of Wands. Ooh, okay. And the Knight of Wands. All right. So I feel, what I'm hearing actually and feeling, coming into this week of the 22nd of February, air signs, we're stuck in our head. If you can see her, she's stuck, but she's not really stuck. She's she's like lightly bound with that like looks like tissue paper or bandages. She could easily get out of that. And she doesn't have the swords all the way around her. So it's like we're mentally stuck. And as an air sign, we have a tendency to overthink a lot. I mean, I know I do personally. I can really get going in my head and like think things to death, and get myself worked up just by mentally thinking. So we're definitely stuck in our head about something. And that's something we've been wrestling with in the past, being stuck in our head, overthinking, too much in our head, and feeling stuck. Like we're feeling stuck, even though we're not technically stuck. Mentally, we feel stuck. So going into this current energy for this week, we're basically in a place of strength. So, we've been working hard, and we're in a strong place, but I also am hearing that we're being guided by the divine, and our spirit guides are helping us right now. So they're helping us to have strength. And I think it partly goes into what's going on with here in the past, with us being stuck in our head. So maybe it's like you want to do something, make a move, reach out to somebody, do something, but you're stuck in your head about it. And it's like, your spirit team's trying to give you strength and courage to move forward with it. Like they're trying to help you with that. And it's like I'm hearing it's like courage to do what you need to do, to take the next step. So there's a little bit of like lack of confidence, you're worried about it, maybe scared to do it, a little bit of fear, but it's like you need to take this step, but it's like you're trying to build yourself up in courage to do it. So the situation I have is I feel like we're in this kind of King of Pentacles. Like this is what situation we're in right now. Like we're very abundant. We're doing pretty good for ourselves, sitting in this King of Pentacles energy. I'm hearing like this is us. You could be dealing with the King of Pentacles, but I don't know. That's not what I'm hearing from them. They're telling me that this is us. So right now we're doing good. And it's not just, financial abundance. It's like, you could be abundant in health, abundant in relationships, like, your career's doing pretty good. So there's all kinds of forms of abundance, but I'm hearing that we're in a good place right now. Like we're in this abundant place and we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Because if you see him sitting there, he's got that little pentacle on his lap and he's looking pretty, like sure of himself. No, I wouldn't say smug, but kind of like, confident. He's in a good place. He's got all his needs are met. But we are working on something, air signs. We're busy. You see how he's busy hammering away there at that little pentacle? So we're about 80% wherever our goal is. We're 80% there and we're hammering away hard on it. And we have been working on it for a while. You see all these pentacles that are finished on the wall here. So he's been working on it for a while, but he's not quite finished because he's working on one and then he's got one right here. So it's like we're still got a little ways to go to whatever that goal is that we're working on. And it could be we're working on our abundance. Maybe you're plugging away, hard at work, at your career, and you're working hard on things that way and trying to build up your abundance through, your career. So that could be, what's going on is you're working hard on your abundance. But this is your current energy. This is your current energy right here. This is where we are, air signs. So even though you might feel abundant and you're working, hard on it and, maybe working on your career situation, there's something lingering in the background. And that's this getting out of our head and getting unstuck and having the strength to move forward. And it could very well be with, you're working on making a move. Maybe it is a career move or it could be in love, but you're making a move. And it's like you're preparing for it. That's what he's doing here at these pentacles. So you haven't quite gotten there yet. You haven't quite got to the point where you're ready to take the move. But I feel like, so what I'm hearing is that whatever this move is you're getting ready to do that you're preparing for, it is having to do with your abundance. And I'm hearing it's a relationship. For most of you watching this, it's going to be for a relationship. For some of you, it might not be. But it can be, could be career, but I'm feeling and hearing it's more, it's like a relationship of some kind. So it's like you're getting ready to make a move. You're stuck in your head about it. You're gathering up your strength while you're working on it, and you're getting ready to execute whatever the move is that you're going to do. And it is going to help with your abundance. So you are working on your abundance, and you could be like putting a lot of energy into your career while you're getting ready to do this as well. So I definitely see you working on your abundance that way as well. So coming into the near future, which was really interesting, is we've got this Two of Pentacles here. So we're kind of in this in-between time. It's like we have plans in our head, and I'm seeing like like a piece of paper with like plans on it, written down. So we have a plan in our head of what we're doing. We're working on that plan, but we haven't executed it yet. And it does go back to being stuck in our head. And I'm hearing like fears keeping a lot of us stuck. So there's like maybe a lack of confidence, a fear to reach out to this person. There's like kind of a fear to it. And that's why the universe is trying to like give us the confidence to move forward. But there's definitely, we're kind of in this in-between time right now. So it's kind of, I don't want to say things are stuck, but it's kind of like we're kind of juggling, when should I go forward, getting everything ready to move forward with this, with this action. It's kind of, you're in this in-between time. And this is in the near future. So, you're not quite there yet. I feel like you're still heavily working on the abundance and you're getting ready to execute your plan. But it's like in the near future, you're kind of in this, up and down type energy. There's still like a little bit of fear, a little bit of lacking confidence there that you're still trying to work on. But what's interesting is the two cards I have for us for advice is I've got the Knight of Wands coming in. So I feel like someone's coming in fast and furious for us air signs. And see how that horse is like galloping? It's like it's really, coming towards us fast. So this is a fast energy and it's a passionate energy. And it's like somebody coming in, someone coming into our life or, coming in, and it's like this passionate energy moving forward. And this is going to kick off for us a new passionate beginning. You see the little universe is there, God's little hand on that wand, and it's trying to give us this opportunity. So it's this new beginnings coming in, passionate new beginning. And I'm hearing it's going to be heralded in by this person coming in. Now, it can very well, and I think for most of you, this is like a romantic relationship, but it could very well be, somebody, it could be like a family member coming back that you haven't talked to in a long time, or a friend, or, a friend coming. It doesn't have to be romantic, though I feel like for most of you, that's going to be the case, but it doesn't have to be. But this person's coming in, and it's going to kick off this new beginning. And so I think it goes back to, so you've got this, we're in this, in the near future, we're in this up and down energy. And it could very well be because this person comes in, and it's like there's this opportunity for a new beginning. And you're kind of like, you're not quite sure. Like, you're like, I got to think about this. And you sit on it and you're kind of in that, in between energy for a little bit while you're thinking about it. But it's also could very well be, being stuck in your head. Like this person, this Knight of Wands coming in, you could very well be the person that you've been stuck in your head about. And maybe you were planning on like, reaching out to this person and you're trying to get up the courage to do so, but you're kind of, you've been struggling with it. And maybe that's what you were planning, is reaching out to this person. But it could be the other way around is what I'm hearing. It could be that this person coming in was stuck in their head trying to get confidence and, making plans to come to you. So it could go either way is what I'm hearing. But if it's you're the one that's been stuck in your head getting confidence, it's like maybe that goes back to this person comes in and you're trying to like tell them how you feel about them, or it's like having these deep conversations. And I'm hearing there's a fear of being vulnerable a little bit. Maybe you've been single for a while and you haven't been in a relationship, and it's like, woo, this person's coming in fast, and you're kind of like, wait a minute. let me think about this. Do I want to move forward with this? So there could be like a little bit of feeling stuck in the way, like having strength to like let go of past, situations, letting go of the past energy and being willing to move forward into a new beginning. And that does take some courage. I mean, you have to think about it like, it does take courage to get into a relationship with somebody, because it is a very vulnerable thing that you're, position that you're putting yourself in. So it can take courage to do that. So I do think, either it's them that's been stuck getting strength coming in, or it's you that's been, stuck getting strength that's, maybe reach out to them or talk to them. But either way, this person's coming in. And I feel like I'm hearing it's going to upend your world a little bit. It's like because remember, you're in this King of Pentacles energy. So you're doing pretty good right now for yourself, and you're working hard on your career, and you're doing pretty good. You're pretty abundant. And then this person kind of comes in and it's like, whoa, it's kind of like it's upsetting the equilibrium of things in your life. And so now you've got to think about, do I really want this new passionate beginning with this person? So that's where that the 2 of Pentacles is coming in, because you're like in this in between, like, I'm not quite sure what to do. I got to think about it mode. So my advice is not to rush into anything, of course. Make sure you think about it. Make sure you follow your intuition. If something feels off, something doesn't feel right, that's your intuition's way of saying it is it is off. It's not right. So make sure you listen to it. But I'm hearing for the majority of you. Now, of course, you might say no, but I feel for a majority of you, what I'm hearing is you are going to give this person a chance. And you are going to like open up and go into this new beginning, this passionate new beginning. But it's like you have to think about it first, especially because I'm hearing that, it's catching you off guard. So it's it's coming in fast and it's kind of unexpected and catchy. So it really does kind of like shock you a little bit, and you have to really think about it and take some time to think about it. So just make sure you think about it and don't rush through, and if, don't rush through so you don't see red flags. Make sure you're taking your time to really assess the situation like you need to. But that's what I have for us, air signs, for this last week of February. It's really interesting because the last couple weeks of readings I've been doing, it's all been like love relationships, love relationships. So a lot of love stuff coming through in the last couple weeks. But that's what I have for you, for us, air signs, for this upcoming week. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.